When building out your Nintex forms within Nintex Workflow Cloud, sometimes you'll have to find yourself collecting a date from the end user, and that date could be used to say when they want to put in an application process, when they actually want a new service to start, any reason why you want to collect date time info from that end user. And to collect that date time info, one control is going to be what you need, and that's going to be the date time control. On the left hand side, under the controls pane, find the date time control and drag and drop that onto your designer canvas. Here you'll notice that the title of this control is just date/time1. Well, we want to change that. So if we click on the control itself, you'll see over here under title where we can actually change this title, and I can place, application date as the date I want to use. And we can say, do we want to show the title of this controller or no? Well, we have the option to get rid of it or keep it there. We can also add in a description to the control, so we can say something like date of application request. Now, we have the ability to ensure that it's visible, or if it's hidden, that it's read-only, so an end user could not alter the contents within the control itself, so it's not clickable. And then we actually have the ability to make sure that it's required. So if this field has to have information in it before you're able to submit it, what you can do is check required. And once you do that, you'll notice next to the title itself, a red asterisk will appear, as you can see, and that will notify the end user that before they can actually submit and progress through this form to trigger a workflow and submit their information, they have to have that field filled out. Now, you also have the ability to add a tooltip, and so that means that you can add additional information, such as this is where you place your request date. And then you can say show date only or do date and time, and here we're going to say show date only. Now under here we've got the variable, and so if we needed to use the information that's placed within this date field within our workflow, maybe we want to send it in an email for confirmation, maybe we want to place it in a generated document, we can do that. But what we'd have to reference though is the variable called application date. And you'll notice that this is auto-generate over here. That means that we're auto-generating that name, that variable name. Now, if you want to change the name of that variable, that's fine. Uncheck auto generate, and then you can click into this name field and apply whatever naming structure you want for this variable. We'll just use the auto generated name here. So how does this look when the form renders? Well, we'll click on preview and you'll see here's our application date field. If I click on that, a calendar will pop up where I can actually go and scroll through some certain dates and then click whatever date value I want within here. And you'll notice that that appears just fine. If I click on this icon right next to it, that is our tooltip, and that's how it will display on the form. And if I actually don't fill any information in to this form, I'll clear it. You'll notice that it says this is a required field. Well, that means I actually do have to place a value into this. So let's select a real value and we'll put July 13th in here, and then we'll leave the name and last name. And then if we want to just submit, feel free just to click on submit, and that is how the form will work using the date time control.